Leo, I'm hearing that there is power in the sensitivity of your hair. So this could be for someone who is exploring their psychic prowess, psychic power, psychic strengths, growing it. There's a lot of courage that's being ushered through, and the information with regards to protecting that power obviously comes with needing to become extra aware so that it doesn't consume your sensitivity. That was a message for someone from Spirit. I will continue now. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. We have the Tower. There's lightning bolts everywhere. You might be sensitive to some sort of change. There's the Child, which could also be your beginning of what you're doing, what you're building up on. We have abundance here. I'm hearing little birds in the background, little pigeons and doves. Expanding your consciousness through that which you disconnect from, which you break away from, to focus on your inner child, healing the inner child. The inner child is now fully becoming more healed. This child has undergone some sort of trauma in their past, and that trauma had inhibited them from being able to build their abundance, their financial abundance, the nature of being able to accumulate and expand. And when this happened, the child was led to believe that they are to be blamed for not being able to be more worthy, so they had to accommodate and compensate themselves for those that placed the burdens on them. This is something that comes through in how the child will heal itself by shedding finally that breaking away of that past trauma, that pain that was the cause of not being able to accumulate financially. We'll look at what the tarot has to say. There is the below forces, as above, so below, so you're aware truly how this moves you on a deeper conscious level, that you're trying to break away from that thing that has caused all that pain for you, and that you, Seven of Swords, had to move your inner child, move that which is who you are, what you are, away in a very secretive manner to protect yourself. And some of you might feel guilty about being able to pull yourself away from that situation or that event or that situation. Some of you may have a child who is going through this process and they are behaving in a little coverted manner because they are essentially wounded. I'm picking up on someone's got a toothache. It is like a toothache, electrical pain inside of the face. Neuralgia, perhaps. Inner stress. Hollow forces underneath the abundance. There is also a belief that once you're able to accumulate that financial abundance, that it'll help you to become more whole because you can then do X, Y, and Z or do certain things here. But the energy says, remember what came through. The sensitivity needs to be protected, and you need to have courage in that way to be able to understand that you don't burn yourself out here. But becoming whole, yes, definitely. I mean, I would say the abundance does help, doesn't it? It helps us all. We have to be honest with ourselves and say, yes, we can say money does help. It definitely takes away the stress of having to work really hard. Your heart of the nature here, the whole forces beautifully placed right under the abundance is what you're accumulating within your deeper nature. You're making riches within your heart, within the nature of your consciousness. You are allowing your spirit to heal the child that got hurt And that is in itself the nature of the wholeness, in which you are then receiving the abundance, which is a beautiful pattern for creation and receiving the creation, the seeds of the creation itself. We have the Queen of Cups here under the expansion card, suggesting that your emotional energy and capacity for experience is expanding quite rapidly. There is also a focus on choices and maybe even lovers, people that you could meet, that you could love. And also based on that, the nature of the healing through how the child got hurt in the first place, the inner child. Let's have a look and see what is in the underworld, the proverbial underworld. Not really an underworld, just underworld because it's something that's in the subconscious. We have the Four of Cups here. We have the Ten of Swords here. Okay. Definitely feeling guilty for moving away from something, from taking something, that which has left you. Maybe someone has stolen from you. Maybe you pulled yourself away. Maybe they accused you of stealing something from them. Four of Wands here. 4 as very indicative over the nexus point here of the child, underneath the child, and the wanting, the needing to become focused and connected with people, and yet the focus within itself makes one feel heavily burdened because of past actions. I think that you're dealing with people that have done things in a way that made it feel like you lost your energy, and you've been protecting yourself and trying not to move around too much so that you don't become too visible. There's also the Four of Wands here, which you desire to celebrate this wholeness within yourself for being able to get what you want, is your own manifestation for yourself. Yet I feel that there's so much more Queen of Cups to come through for you. This one jumped in my hand. Six of Pentacles underneath the Queen of Cups. You're missing someone. Missing the good old days. We have Two of Wands here under the Lovers. This is the focus. She holds 2 wands here and she looks at the moon. There's definitely an indication of feeling a little impractical at certain times, and then being able to reuse that focus so that it can generate what is important for the growth going forward. Very abstract sort of read here, but also healing from trauma, the last outcome for you. 3 of Wands right next to the heart. Definitely the focus on you must communicate with whomever you feel has done you wrong, and if you've done that, then know that it is you don't need to carry the burden for what has happened. You don't need to carry the burden for their divorce, is what I'm saying. And that has to happen. That has to be resolved within your consciousness. You have to let that go. You're not responsible for it. There's a part, maybe you might even say in your adult form, yes, but I know. I'm not the one that did it. But your inner child still seems to feel like it's going through that process because it's inhibiting you from generating financial abundance. This is just very specific, it seems to be, for someone in the Leo collective. This does not mean it's for everyone, but it is a collective, and there are many lessons in this for everyone, whether you are Leo or not. Leo may be a placement within your chart wherever it is, therefore it is timeless. I'll leave this with you, Leo. This was your reading. Until next time.